think we are live. Yes, welcome to episode 4 of Blood on the Box with me, Benny Buffon. And today we have another co-announcer, and this time it is Little Yoshi. And we're really going to hope that he's got his audio shared, so hopefully you'll be able to hear him. Now then, a good afternoon, Little Yoshi. How are we today?
I'm good, mate. I'm good, Bernie. Yourself, you alright?
Oh, I've had a wonderful weekend. Nuffle has followed me all around. Nuffled in my Blood and Tears private league game. Mutt decided to give me spanking. Mutt decided to give me spanking on the PS4. What was nice of him this morning, and not much going right. So, and we had a slight issue with the PS4 version of this, the Nuffle Shuffle this morning as well. So I'm praying that we get at least a nice, easy show today with yourself, and hopefully it'll go without any hitch. So I'm hoping someone who obviously will watch us in chat and be able to tell us what's going on. Otherwise, well, God knows what's going to happen. So hopefully they'll be able to. So I'll just take down my audio. To put my little phone there. So this is it. Basically, this is the last show we'll have before the playoffs are decided. Obviously, this time round we're going to have 32 teams. So instead of the norm, and obviously 8 wildcard spots as well. So you're obviously going well with your team, what we'll have a look at as well. But they're Brutal Deluxe. So
I've got two first places now, I think, actually.
Have you?
Got my Skaven up as well. I've got my Skaven up to first. So
can't be bad.
Despite what people say about, they're rubbish, but there we go.
Oh, no, Skaven are good. Skaven are one of those teams where even if you have a bit unlucky with a couple of dices, they can punish you like I don't know. I found that out with Mutts on the PS4 earlier today, where nothing went right.
Yeah, he's a very good Skaven player, actually, to be fair.
Oh, he is.
He's very good with them.
Absolutely. So I think any team is pretty good under the right coach. Obviously, even halflings can be a bit of a pain in the backside, especially with 2 trees, a halfling chef, and everything else. So I think it just basically depends on the coach and how well they play that race. So it is what it is. I'm hoping that people can hear you, because we're going to be going on to straight into the pole position. So you ticked
ticked a little box.
Oh, fantastic!
That box that said
sounds promising. So hopefully, we'll be all right. It's like, so I get in chat and tell us. So let's go on to the top team then. This is a coach I have a lot of time for, Space Magic W. The Woofers, I don't know if I pronounced that right, but the Necromantic team. And this team basically has played a lot of games as well. Played 38 games, was quite a lot for an Xbox team. He's obviously got a win ratio, he's got 130, drawn 6, lost 2. And he is the top team, so we'll have a look at them. And let me know when you're there, and then you can tell me what you think about this team. They're obviously pretty safe to qualify.
They're pretty much guaranteed, I think, aren't they?
I would safely say, unless he accidentally deletes his team, it'll be pretty fun. Now then, what do you think?
Or disconnects, because there was a guy called Blade who had like about 4 or 5 top teams, and he's disappeared. So that's why I'm first Chaos again now.
Really?
Because I wasn't. No, he'd actually beat me as well.
Yeah.
And was I think he was 3rd in the overall. He was doing very, very well with his Chaos, and he had another couple of teams that were doing well, and then I think he had his last DC last week, unfortunately.
Oh man, that's
so all of his teams have disappeared. So you never know. Disconnects can happen. I'm not I'm wishing it on Space Magic.
No, of course not. What I will say to people who obviously watch this back, when I got the Xbox, I had the same problem. It would just disconnect all the time. The way around it, what I found, is hardwire the Xbox if you can. Even if it means like I've done. Like I've hardwired my Xbox, but this wires from a PC, so obviously my PC's not at the moment. But I found as soon as I hardwire the Xbox, I've not had one issue with disconnects or anything. I just think Bloodbowl and Wi-Fi, it just doesn't work very well on certain Xboxes. So if Blade, you're watching and you're having a major problem with disconnects and you're not hardwired, get it hardwired, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, you won't have another issue. Because that's the problem I found out, and I know a few other Xbox coaches have complained about the same thing. And as soon as it's gone hardwired,
it can be a bit rubbish.
So there you go. But what do you think of this team then? Let's go on to Space Magic's team. Ironically, this is an interesting team, but what's your take on it?
Oh, hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Sorry, just dropped out a little bit there.
No worries. Say I had this all this morning with Trippers and the PS4. Don't use that. What do you think of this? I'm just about to say
they're nice, actually.
Yeah,
werewolf team, but as I always think of them, to be honest.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
they're nice. They're nice. Surprising lack of doubles, actually, and no skill ups, no stat ups across the entire team, which is pretty unlucky, actually. To be fair, with that many level ups.
It is. It happens though, doesn't it? It certainly happens, and you'll see some teams just got loads of stops. But I mean, his Wolves are pretty well developed. To be fair, aren't they? They look pretty good. And
his Wolves have got everything you want on them. Block, dodge, tackle.
Interesting. He's gone with diving, tackle, and sidestep on his Wolf. I used to use that on my goals, but he seems to have gone a different way with his goals. He's obviously going to use them as ball handlers, what's fine, because that means if his goals are doing the ball handling, that means both his Wolves can attack and use the claw to the best of their ability. I think, like you said, the lucky thing for everybody else is he's got no mighty blow on them claw Wolves yet, what is a godsend. Although Ivan the Wrathful, the white, is looking a bit scary. Mighty blow, piling on, tackle, prone, dauntless.
I was about to say, has he got pylon?
Yeah, so
I've had a lot of bad luck against pylon recently.
Have you?
Getting quite wary of it. Yeah, getting very wary of it at the moment.
It's funny, isn't it, when things like that happen, where someone piles on all the time and breaks your arm or injuries, and it can get into your head where things just don't work. It's like GFRs for me, I always seem to roll a 1 for GFRs. I just hate doing them. Same with 1-dar blocks, usually roll a skull. So as soon as you have a few bad episodes of it, it just sticks with, doesn't it? You just don't do it.
Yeah, you start to eyeball it a bit more.
Fear the worst.
Don't really fancy that against me. But no, they're really nice. I think I have played this team, and I think I lost to them, if memory serves.
Yeah, you haven't lost many.
Yeah, I'm not very good against werewolves. Basically, they always seem to run rings around me for some reason.
Yeah, he's actually beaten a guy called Calcium equals best. So who's that
he's
then?
Not very good.
Who is that?
I don't know who the coach is. I did play him.
If that's Calcium with a new gamer tag, that was so last season, mate. You've missed it. You've missed that.
No, it can't be.
Was it that bad? Was
he? He's been around a while, and I think every time I've played him, he's messaged me about his dice.
Right. Okay.
Saying he's had terrible dice, and the last game he was actually beating me.
Yeah.
1-0 very late in the second half, and still messaged me to tell me how bad his dice were. And it was like, mate, no, that's not the case at all.
You get things like that, don't you?
I've got no, I had to spell it out. It's like, I've got loads of block. You've hardly got any.
Yeah.
1 in 9 of them should have been a turnover. It's been 1 in 27.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, statistically your dice have been like 3 times better than they should have been, and he wasn't having it. He's still,
I wonder what he said to.
He wound me up, as you can tell. But there we go.
I wonder what he said to Space Magic when he punched him 3-0. I mean, we all do that. I mean, I go on about it. I'll say I knuffled. I mean, like today, I felt I got a bit knuffled by Mutt, but I try and not be too bad about it, because I don't want to disrespect how good the other coach played. Because the other coach, he still has got to take advantage of your bad luck or your stuff. So it's one of those things, isn't it, where we all get bad dice. It's just that when you have it. After each game, it just gets you down, doesn't it? But the Woofers, he's played some tough top teams. He beat the Nagel team, not doing great, 3-2. He's beat the Dwarf team, Meow.com 1-0. He drew with Chofega. So one of his losses was to Bologna 2-0. Is that Mutt's team as well, Bologna?
Bologna. Oh, there's some Chaos Dwarves, aren't they?
Yeah.
They were doing really well at one point. I think they've dropped into 3rd now.
Have they?
In Chaos Dwarves, anyway. I think so, yeah. I'm thinking the right ones.
They need to sort
but
that
they were,
out, don't they?
Well, obviously they're a good team.
But, I mean, like I said, this team looks good.
He's beat Death Crusaders, who were the top Chaos before the DCs.
So this is obviously, like I said, I'm trying to think if I've ever played Space Magic, but I have watched some of his games, and he is a very good coach who I like to watch. So I think, like I say, I think this team will do very well. And And, good luck to him, really. There's nothing else I can really say about the team. He's got 3 re-rolls, obviously. No cheerleaders and no coach assistances, but...
Yeah, the club security gate on the club, which is pretty standard for agility free across the board.
The only really weakness I see in this team is guard. He's only got 2 guards, so if he comes up against a few guard-heavy teams, that could be an issue. That would be the only concern I have with this team. He's not really got any natural ball handling. Yeah, he has got a blood sure-handed goal, but he's got, like I said, no stabs, no agility 4 pieces or anything like that. I'm doing Necro on my PS4 and I've got 2 whites at agility 5. What is crazy.
So if he needs to worry about is obviously no apothecary. That goal's your only ball handler.
Yeah,
any sort of permanent injury on him, and that's that. His team might be getting a lot of trouble even if he wins that game. If that guy's out for next game or stat busted or anything, then...
And the thing is as well, like I say, if he plays before the cut-off point as well, it could lose him before then. Like I say, it's a very good point. Obviously, goals don't get regen, so... it's got to be a bit careful. I mean, that's maybe why he took Fend as well, because obviously then there's no piling on going on.
There's no pile-on, no frenzy. Yeah, true.
So that like I say, it's a very good point you've made there. I mean, obviously his werewolves can pick it up at a pinch, but he hasn't got that, like I say, that good old agility 4 piece, or, he's going to have to rely on a non-regen goal. So if there is a weakness, that will be... Like you said, if that goes down, then that's going to mess with his plans a bit, because by the sounds of it, he likes to have his 2 werewolves hunting and killing stuff, and if you had to use if you had to use one of those to pick the ball up, then it's a problem. I suppose he's got the Blodge Ghoul, what could probably help. The one without short.
In fact, they look like surfers. Thinking about it, because they've both got sidestep as well, which means they want to hang around the sidelines.
Well, it's not just
that. It looks like he likes to surf as well, actually.
I think basically one thing with sidestep is, as well, is 1, it makes it easy to 1-turners, and 2, if you hit this guy and you don't get him down, bear in mind he's got blodge, he can sidestep so he can keep on you, so then he gets to hit you next turn.
True.
That's the other thing what people usually miss. So basically, he's like, okay, you've had to go hit me down, you haven't, guess what, my claw guy's going to hit you next turn. That's why I think it's lucky for the rest of you that he hasn't got Mighty Blow on him. But yeah, he's going to do well. He always seems to do well, and I wish him the best of luck. So there we go.
No, he's a great coach.
Yeah. So let's get on to knowing the coach then. So this week it's obviously yourself, so we'll just ask you a few questions, and so everyone gets to know a bit more about you. So we'll go for a nice easy one. What made you play Blood Bowl, and how long have you played it?
Well, I first played Blood Bowl back with the polystyrene board, second edition.
Going back a bit there, yeah, good old polystyrene.
Yeah, I used to love that. And so I played that when I was, whenever it was out, so years ago, 20 years ago, or whatever that was. And then I've never played any edition in between. And I'd never played Blood Bowl, the first console PC game. I haven't played that either. And then my brother got me this one, Blood Bowl 2, for Christmas.
All right, yeah.
Year before last, I think it was.
Yeah.
Or year before that, maybe. Not sure. Not long after it came out. And it sort of sat in the cellophane for a good 6 months. And then when I finally put it in, it took me a while to relearn the rules, because the blocking dice didn't exist in that one that I played, and the one had twice as many stats, and basically it was a different game.
Yeah.
And then when I finally did put it in the Xbox and start playing it, I don't take it out now, really, to be honest.
That's it. It's an addictive game.
Yeah, I've got Witcher 3 sitting around somewhere that I've got about halfway through. All these other top quality games that I do enjoy, but if I've got an hour with the Xbox, then 9 times out of 10 I'm sticking Blood Bowl on, to be honest.
Yeah. Like I say, the issue I used to have was obviously trying to find people who played the game. So then, obviously, you just don't play it anymore, and then obviously, like I say, it was a big bonus when Blood Bowl came obviously onto the consoles. I mean, Blood Bowl 1 wasn't very good, but apart from obviously on the PC I used to play on there, I don't think they did a good job on the consoles. But Blood Bowl 2 they've done really well, and it just needs. I don't think
they released any of the Chaos Edition, Legendary Edition on the consoles.
No, I don't think they did.
No.
It was a bit of a half-hearted attempt, wasn't it?
8 teams is a bit like, well, what's the point?
It was a bit half-hearted, so that was always an issue, wasn't it? But like I said, they've learned from it, and obviously, the PS4 and the Xbox community are growing, and they just need to keep growing, and everything will be fine. Like I said, they've brought out obviously Legend Edition for both consoles, and they're giving them a fair crack of the whip. What's fantastic, and obviously now, obviously the Xbox have now got the champion ladder. And it's up to obviously the community to prove that was right, giving them it. But yeah, it's good that obviously you like it like I do, and it's good stuff.
Well, I think it's similar to you that if I'd have bought a new version of the tabletop, I wouldn't have had anyone to play it with.
Yeah, and I think that's the issue, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting games groups together.
I mean, if you had a good private league nearby, then obviously you'd probably play it more. But it's like I was speaking to one of my colleagues, Mercy Flush, on the PS4, and he was saying, "Look, I used to play all the time, but it used to be grand getting on the train, going somewhere to go into a group because it was far away, and in the end, he just couldn't be bothered to do it all the time." And that's the issue, and that's where the computer comes in, because obviously we can get the game on, click on a button, and just wait and match up with somebody and play it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so 5 minutes done. Yeah,
so it's nice and easy.
And I can't paint either.
I hate painting.
That as well.
I can't paint, and I hate painting. So I just need to play the games.
You see these beautiful teams. And then you put yours down, and it looks like a 5-year-old's attacked them or something. It's just man,
that's Space Man.
It's just embarrassing.
But it used to be quite fun. My badly painted men would destroy really nice paint teams. So it was all fun. It's all fun. But hey ho. Right then. What is your favourite race and why?
I think it's Dark Elves, despite the fact I don't really play them very much anymore.
Okay.
I have most of my success with either Skaven or, well, at the moment, Chaos, which I don't really play Chaos very much. But yeah, I learned playing really with Dark Elves, and I like the fact that they can bash and pass, and you can shift from one side of the pitch to the other. They've got just about the right mix of speed, agility, and bash to be able to do whatever you want to do with them. So people say that humans are like the standard do everything average team. I feel that Dark Elves actually fill that role a bit better because they can pass much more reliably.
Yeah, I think the thing with humans is they're a lot cheaper though, so you can get a lot more bang for your buck, and all you need is a few stats on them, and they're just as good. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I played Dark Elves in the playoffs last season on the PS4, and I'll be honest with you, I never felt comfortable with them. And then obviously it's typical when players come with me. I roll a lot of ones, and I was rolling double ones for dodging, and they was injuring themselves. And I was never again. I just it's not that I couldn't play with them, and it was not like I couldn't win because my record was good, obviously. But when you have a team and you think I really should be more confident with them, but I don't know if you've ever had this team where you play a team and they may be winning, but you just don't feel comfortable with them, or you don't feel confident with them, and that's the issue I had with them.
I've got a lot of teams like that because having only had Legendary Edition for whatever it is, a couple of months, I'm not sure. There's a lot of teams that I've actually never played because obviously never played Bloodbowl 1 and not played since way back when on table.
Yeah.
There's a whole pile of teams that I wouldn't have a clue even how to run properly, if I'm honest. I mean, I've had a few goes with Goblin just because they're funny, and I keep looking at Elven Union, but I'm not sure how to play them because they've got some weird skills on their blitzers.
Yeah, Elven Union's a funny team, is it? I'll tell you a team I've played a bit of. What's a lot of fun is Kislev, just jumping all over the place. They seem, if you can keep them alive, they can be a pain in the backside because, like I said, the blitzers might not start with block, but they've got to jump up, dive and tackle. But the problem with jump up is I forget they've got it, so I just stand them up anyway.
Oh, I hate that.
Pants! Yeah, I could have got a bloody block there. So that's what I need to.
It likes to remind you as well, and it pops up with a little jump up symbol just as you're doing it, and it's like, oh crap.
Yeah, you could have told me that before.
Up on screen, it's just it's just like, remind me what's wrong with you.
I fall for that all the time. That's a big weakness of mine. I never seem to learn to do that, but I think they're quite fun as well. But so you're going with Dark Elves. That's jolly good. Now then, what team do you struggle to play and struggle to play against?
Out of the ones that I have played, I'm not sure there's any I really struggle to play more than any others, if I'm honest. Maybe humans. I think I try and do too much with humans. And obviously they're average at everything, and I think that means they should be able to do anything, or do everything. So, I always think, well, I'll develop this one into a passer, and this one into a catcher, and this one's going to be a proper blitzer man. And then it turns out that all of them are just like a bit of a rubbish version of what other teams do well. So you've got like a kind of a substandard thrower and a substandard catcher, and then a blitzer who, well, he might have mighty blow, but that's pretty much all he's going to get. Yeah, maybe tackle and whatever. And they just don't seem to.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it is what they're meant to do. Is they don't do anything well, and I always try and think, no, they should be able to do everything quite well once they're skilled, and it just never happens.
Yeah.
And then someone dies, and then you're back to a basic throw and these superstar catchers, and then it all falls apart.
Because we're only armor 8, although the armor 8 on the catchers is brilliant, because obviously they used to be armor 7, strength 2. They used to get bashed about all over the place, but now they've got that extra bit of armor. I do think they're a lot better. But like you said, they are average at the end of the day. They're only agility 3. But TV-wise, you can get a lot of bang for your buck, and that's what I like about them. But yeah, I mean, I've seen some of the greatest players play him, and the amount of times the team just gets wrecked because they're only armor 8, and obviously they're only strength 3 or strength 2. I mean,
it's that 3 plus for everything is what turns it into a bit of a nightmare, I think.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound much worse than 2 plus. It doesn't sound much worse.
Doesn't, but when
you start to stack it up over every dodge and every throw and every catch, it's like
Imagine the dodges I failed with a 3 plus with a reroll is just crazy. But yeah, I know what you mean. The only thing, like I said, the thing I like about the humans is obviously they are quite cheap points wise. They've got a big guy, so you can sort of have the ogre if you wish.
Yeah.
And they've got 4 catchers who can, surprisingly be extremely good. They are quite pacey. I mean, the movement 8, so they can get a job done. It's just trying to keep everything alive. I mean,
but again, they're just like bad. They're just like bad gutter runners. So again, it's just like they're almost as good. I don't know. If it's just me, maybe, but there's a position on every other team that can do what humans do better.
Yeah, but I mean, how much has a gut runner? 90k, and a catcher's what, 70k? So you take 4 gut runners.
80.
Are they 80k?
80 for a gut runner, I think. I think so.
Oh, listen, I'm gonna
I might
have
have got that wrong,
Let's have a look. I've got a human team somewhere. Here we go. Let's have a look at my Xbox All Stars. Woo! I have to make sure I don't start looking for a match. Let's have a look.
Hang on. Let's have a look at a Skyrim.
Right, 70k is for a catcher. I'm thinking. Funny you say about humans. I've got the.
No. Gutter runners are 80. Gutter runners are 80, not 90.
Wow, so they're very good value then, aren't they? Because they're like movement down, strength 2. The armor 7, aren't they?
7.
Yeah.
The armor 7 can let you down, but
it's still pretty good, isn't it? 80k is pretty good.
Don't get it, you know what I mean? It's one of them with Skyrim. Just don't get it across the board, really.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of making a late run with one of the teams. I mean, I unfortunately haven't got Legendary Edition on the Xbox, or otherwise I'd just go and take the Goblin one because I love goblins. So I'm thinking of either going with my Xbox All Stars, what's got a lot of the coaches in it, and they're human, ironically, or I might go with Bretonians. Just because
there's a very, very low hanging fruit on Brett's actually.
Yeah, and
I think 1-0-0 might be the best one actually.
I think it's two wins and a draw. I think Selkman's got 2 wins and a draw with his Brett, and I think Xbox some like 4-2 or something like that. But we'll see how we go. But like I say, I think it's a fair point what you say about humans, because obviously they don't do anything good, do they? That's the thing. They don't do anything bad. But I think you've got to really know what you're doing with humans, and if they don't get the stat ups, I mean, all they need is a couple of stats and they have an amazing team, because you can get so much in there. But like you said, armor 8 feels sometimes like armor 6 with them when.
Yeah, but if you get to 1500 TV without a stat up, then other teams at 1500 TV are gonna just take you to pieces. I think anyway.
I mean, like I said, I can't think of any really good human teams I've seen on the PS4, what have got through and gone quite far either. So I agree with you that they are a team where you really to do test your metal sort of thing. Like you've got to. Oh God, hang on, I'm no. What's it done?
You all right?
Yeah, I just basically panicked because I pressed the wrong button, and I said,
I guess that, mate.
He's like, 13 seconds before we find you an opponent. I was just about to go live on Twitch with my Xbox All Stars on. That'd have been funny, trying to do a show by playing a game. That'd have been great. So I'm gonna quickly press the right button, and that's just sod's law. The times I've been on the Xbox spinning for about 40 minutes trying to get a game, and sod's law, I pressed the wrong button in 13 seconds and I got a game. So yeah, that's just the way it is. So yeah, I agree with that. I mean, which team do you struggle to play against? You know, when you're playing with your teams, which race don't you want to see across?
Lizards.
Lizards.
Always lizards. The combination of the strength on some pieces and the super fast other piece, super fast agility, little guys. I find it an absolute nightmare to deal with. To be honest, absolute nightmare.
They are. And
I know, the theory is that you tie up the big guys and then just hunt down the little ones. And I always try and do that, and it always just seems to be that you tie up the big guys and then they just smash whatever's in front of them.
Yeah.
And the little ones get away and they're off scoring while you're all just watching them.
Yeah,
so,
it is, isn't it?
I just can't seem to get the balance right. I mean, occasionally you have the game where you just slaughter. Slaughter all the I can't remember what the little ones are called, skinks. And that's when you slaughter the skinks, that's fine because they can't pick up the ball and that's it. It's game over, really.
Yeah.
But if you can't get to them or you don't get luck with getting them off the pitch, then you're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
and if they get strength upon the little sods, oh god, they're a nightmare then.
They are. They definitely are. They can be a pain in the backside. But I mean, it's a challenge, isn't it? They've all got strength and weakness. I think the higher TV go with lizards, they become a bit of a problem because there's a lot of claw, and all of a sudden the Saurus who are protecting the skinks aren't protecting them anymore because guess what? They're getting bashed up by
True, they can get knocked down. Yeah.
And I find this a lot where early doors lizard teams are doing really well, and as soon as they start running into these big 16, 17, 1800, 1900 TV teams, and like Necro have got claw, Case Dwarfs can get claw, Chaos obviously get claw, Nurgle have got claw, and all of a sudden, as soon as you get tackle or claw and stuff like that, then the lizards can all of a sudden start to struggle. And the thing is, the problem is with Saurus is because you have no skills, there's always another skill you need in your team. That's the problem. So they're always needing that extra skill, and like I said, there is weaknesses there.
Oh yeah, no, I know that. I just don't seem to be able to exploit them whenever I play them. I know the theory of what I'm meant to do to exploit the weakness.
It's easy knowing what to do, but
never seems to come off.
Yeah. Right then, the final question for you: who do you think is the best star player in the game, and which one is your favourite?
The best star player?
Oof.
It's so rare I use them, to be honest. I think they're one of the worst inducements you can put on a team.
Oh.
That said, like, people have had some really good results with them against me this season, so maybe I'm wrong. But I rarely, if ever, use star players. I like the chainsaw guys that you can get now.
Oh, chainsaws! I always roll bloody 1 whenever
Chaos.
Chainsaw. Oh yeah, strength 4, isn't he? That big boy. Yeah, he's a bit.
Yeah. And that's what makes him good, because he can't get... Well, if they want to get him blocked down to get him off the pitch, they have to put a lot of resource into doing it.
That's it. Yeah.
So you're off to the races scoring. If they don't want to put him down, then you can use him to just wander up and start belting people. And if he rolls a 1, he rolls a 1. I ain't bothered, to be honest.
Yeah.
At least that way he's less likely to just get star player points that other people might be getting. So, no, I think out of all of them, it's him just because he can cause a lot of chaos.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think he's cheap as well. If memory serves.
He's not. It's like, what is he, about 130, 140k? I think it's a bit more than that. I think it's about 130. I think he's for what he is. We obviously been having strength 4. It's crazy. Because I remember looking through the star players and I was like, crikey, he's a bit cheap for what he is.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're... Because a lot of people like to kick off. So if they win the toss, they kick to you. You've got a chainsaw in the backfield coming at whoever.
Yeah.
they're trying to put into the backfield straight off the bat. Or if you're kicking, then you put him on the line and you belt their biggest player and cross your fingers. And yeah, you can take out a lot of TV in just one shot. So
yeah,
I think, and because I like to have a bribe on some of my stadiums. So if you've got a bribe, then it doubles in value straight away as well. So
yeah, that's the other good thing. And obviously, like I say, with the being strength four, it's harder to get him off. And if they're spending a lot of resources trying to take him off, then obviously that's putting gaps, obviously, other places in the on the pitch as well. So yeah, I can totally see that. I mean, when Legendary Edition came out, I was like, oh wow, these chainsaws are going to be awesome. And now I very rarely take them because I just roll ones, or as soon as they get hit, they're off the pitch. I'm like, right, okay, then. So I've chainsawed one person and I've rolled a one, and now they knock myself out. Or even if I get someone down, then they knock my guy because it's a -3. I only been off the pitch, so. And obviously, we only allow 2-star plays. It's like, really, do I need this chainsaw? And then every time I convince myself,
the other thing with them that people don't do a lot is they do add +3 to a foul as well.
Yeah, I've done that as well.
And I like to. Well, it's not sticking the boot in him really with them, is it? But
no.
I like to get them in on a foul action because they can very easily take players off. If you haven't got a bribe, they're going off in a couple of turns anyway. Just throw them at them and see what happens. Really, it's a shot to nothing.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's basically what it ends up being, isn't it? Shot to nothing sort of thing. Right then, so what we're going to do now is something what few people have requested. I'm praying it goes right because it went absolutely Pete Tong on the PS4. We are going to try and show you. Is it a defense you're going to show us, Yoshi?
I've got one standard defense that I run.
Okay. Do you want to get a friendly match sorted and then invite me, please? I'll let you invite me because last time I tried it, my game crashed. So
I have never set up a friendly game in my life, and that's not like just trash talk. It's true. It's just I've never done it.
Just go into friendly match, go on LAN to invite an online guy, and
hang on, back. Oh, there it is. Yeah, friendly match.
Invite what? Invite Benny on the box or Benny on Xbox, and then I'll happily accept. Well, that's the theory, anyway.
It's not your name here, but yep, I'll.
If not, I'll do it.
Press that to send.
See if it pops up on my screen.
That worked.
It does. I've just got to find it now. Where would it be?
Oh,